How's it? Today's Saturday, June 17th. I am deadlifting and bench pressing today. I'm almost a powerlifter, no squats today. And yeah, it's just kind of increasing from last week, about 5 kilos for the deadlift and a little bit more than that for technically a little bit less than that, but a little bit more percentage wise for the bench press. Um, Today was weird. I didn't feel good warming up. My lower back was giving me a lot of issues. The right side specifically of my lower back. I think everything on my whole right side has just been giving me an issue. I'm not sure if it's the way I'm sleeping or just the amount I'm sleeping or something like that. But my right adductor is the one that was giving me issues when I was squatting a couple weeks ago. And it's not gone, but it's a little bit sore. And it seems like it's kind of forcing me out of position with my hips, and that is probably what is causing my lower back to be a little bit off today. And so as I was deadlifting, it was very, very difficult to maintain just the lower back tightness. Even here at 145, you see that I kind of don't necessarily default into like a extended position. It's neutral and at best, and if not, then it is slightly flexed. So going up 5 kilos from last week is 165, and that's what this one is. Last week was a lot easier. Last week was weird. I did go on my toes last week, but today it's kind of, I don't know, man, a little bit uneasy with everything, and I was struggling a lot for my down sets here. So same thing that happened with that warm up set at 145. I'm unable to kind of maintain that slightly extended position in my lower back throughout the movement. And then like last week, I tried my best to do it touch and go, like where I lower the weight very slowly and then pull from there. But as you can see, I just can't do that on this set. Um, it does get better on the third set, but it gets worse here on the second set before it gets better. And I don't know, man. I genuinely believe that this pain's gonna go away once I stop working as much. So next week I'll have more days off, and then allow me to sleep better and eat better, and that will have better recovery overall. But like you see me kind of resetting here, all of these reps are just getting more and more difficult. Yeah, that's definitely a flex lower back. And like this angle is not the best to show it because it's happening on my right side, but I can feel it I can feel it like shift out of the hole, and you see me kind of pushing on that, and that pain kind of doesn't go away. It's still here right now. Here's my last set. I do a lot better on this one. I am able to lower the weight, more controlled, and pull accordingly. Yeah, look at that. And then those little head bob or hair bobs happen, even though I'm barely even touching the ground. I think it's so funny. But yeah, this one felt a lot better. Still challenging. And yeah, that's kind of it for the deadlifts here. Yeah, you see, I'm not very happy with that. For the bench press, I tried something new today. Put my feet a little bit closer together and a little bit further out. So before I tried to get my heels as close as I could to my hips, but today I'm actually going to be putting my feet further forward than this right here. Yeah, so I was still trying to figure it out as I was moving through all of the reps today, but it's going to be more similar to this. You'll see it at the top set and then my down sets as well. I think it's actually a lot better than what I used to do. Apparently this is something that like Sean Noriega kind of preaches. This is the way he benches, even though he has a gigantic arch in his back. His feet are always a little bit further forward. And you can see here me trying to push my heels into the ground. Whereas before, I would try to get my heels close to my hips. And then that would meant that my heels would end up coming up off of the bench. So Yeah, look at me kind of hurting on my back. But with my heels coming up off of the ground, kind of not allowing me to get good leg drive. It did help me with my arch and my back, but I think the leg drive is probably a little bit more important than the actual arch. So I'm trying this out, and I do like it. There's that back again. Yeah. So it doesn't look like it's as stable, but I feel much more secure. I feel much more tight, and it's a lot easier to keep my hips on the bench. Like there, it looks like my hips come off the bench, but I assure you my butt is actually still touching. Here's 235. This is 10 pounds more than last week. And if you recall, last week was actually supposed to be 100 kilos, which is 220. So 220, going up 5 kilos would be 231 today. That's as far as percentages go. But because I overshot last week because it's so much easier to load 225, I just went up 10 pounds today instead of going up 5 pounds. I don't think this is sustainable for very long. I don't think I can go, there's no way on earth I can go 10 pounds each week for the next 5 weeks. That would be insane. That would put me at like 285 for a single, and I've never done that before. So, yeah. And my lower back. Ooh. Afterwards, I did my seal rows here. So I went up 5 pounds, sorry, 10 pounds from last week, 5 pounds on each side. I really, really like this setup. It feels so good, and it feels like I'm able to squeeze my muscles on my back and just use only my back. I think I'm gonna gain a lot out of it. I actually didn't have time to do my dumbbell overhead walks today, so I just finished off with my back extensions, and I just did the one set here. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for how I'll feel next week. I don't feel great right now, but I am almost positive that it's gonna get better with more rest and more sleep and more proper recovery. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.